Hello, Roma.
Hi, Bill. Nice to hear
How
you.
can you hear me okay?
Uh, yes.
Okay, because I'm not wearing my headset today, and I was just
Yeah,
checking out.
so far, nice. The quality is nice. The speech is discernible.
Excellent,
Ah,
excellent.
yeah, great.
How was your week?
Well, uh, not bad, I would say. Um, Better than some of the other weeks recently. So,
Oh, good. And I'm going to be able to roll my own dice today, so that's a good thing.
you are not driving today?
Not today.
Okay, that's great. You having I hope you having some rest and restoration.
Yep, I got a hotel room and
Uh-huh. Nice.
Sam and I
Is
are
Yeah, is Sam
relaxing.
around? I was going to ask you.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I don't know when everybody else is going to show up, and I couldn't remember if we started now or an hour from now. So
Mm, I think yeah, now is the time, but maybe everybody has some things to wrap up or you know.
maybe. I've been redoing my character sheet
Mm.
since we went up
Eh,
a level.
yeah, we went up a level. Indeed. I almost forgot about this. But
So
as long as I remember for my character it's not this level up is not like not a lot of choices.
yeah, with mine, I get one additional attack per turn, which is nice.
Mhm.
And I was just organizing things a little differently than I had. So
Yeah, I have uh, increased my proficiency bonus, which is good. Added, I guess, one more bardic inspiration.
oh, nice.
And bardic inspiration, it says it is D8 now, or is it like mm, additional one that D8?
I don't know.
Previously, it was D6. Okay, let me read. No, it's for all inspirations. I have D6 now, or D8 now. So instead of D6. So yeah, I guess I'm getting more inspiring.
You are font of inspiration, whatever the fuck that means.
and and I think I should start using my college of swords feature, which I was neglecting recently, but now I guess I should start using it. There are
You should.
additional damage points. Like I could use my inspirations for my own for combat, basically.
Yep. And you
Font.
get a third level spell.
Mm,
Fancy schmancy.
yeah. Actually, two third level spells.
Yeah, 2 third level spells.
Oh. Well, at least two slots.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see. And I was already starting to think of the new game where Constantine's going to be our DM.
Ah.
I'm thinking about playing either a rogue or a ranger.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Rogue or ranger?
Yeah.
I would maybe try to play some kind of spellcaster, like sorcerer or wizard,
Yeah.
which I haven't tried before, because magic system seems a bit intimidating to grasp, but maybe it is actually easier as you go. Like gets more understandable.
Yeah. The problem with having a short dog is when you're sitting in an office chair, like I am now, it's very hard to lean over to the side because they've got the armrests.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he doesn't bring it to my front. He turns it to the side of me because we're playing catch right now.
Ah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, office chair is not the best equipment for playing with the dog, but
But I'm working on my character sheet, so I'll be sitting in this chair. And it's where I have my dice set out and everything. It's a beautiful thing.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Font of inspiration.
Yeah, I couldn't see where they had that written down as something separate.
What are you talking about?
Font of inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just the difference in text. I mean, in dice.
When you take this feat for the first time, you gain 1 inspiration point. It's just a feature which gives me ability to restore my bardic inspirations after short or long rest.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so basically I don't need long rest now to
Hello,
restore
hello.
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 How's everybody?
We fine.
Yeah, very fine.
We'll see how it's going next. I will replace my Scorching Ray with with Lightning Bolt,
Mm-hmm.
and take extra spell, Haste.
Nice.
And I take not roll dice for my hit point, just add to myself 7 hit point, 4 for medium roll, and 3 from Constitution.
Okay.
Spell, yeah,
What does that bring your hit point total up to?
to 35.
35.
28 plus 7, it will be 35 total.
Okay. Okay.
It's nice when players are prepared for new game, yep.
Well, yeah.
Did you give the teacher an apple too?
Kind of hard to send one of those over the internet.
Yeah. Well, he could send you a cookie.
Well, no doubt. Okay.
You ready for the next person, Glenn?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mine's really easy. My hit points are now 54, and I get 2 attacks a round. Done.
Okay. You say your hit points are 54.
And now I get 2 attacks per round.
Okie dokie. Always fun.
Yep.
Yeah, let me roll my
Okay.
hit points increase. It's what my constitution. Its constitution is 4 plus 5 plus basically plus 9 to what I had, which is 37 plus 9. So I now have 46 hit points total.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, and I have a font of inspiration, such a trait which,
Oh, that's always fun.
yeah, gives ability to restore my bardic inspirations after short or long rest.
Right.
And my bardic inspiration, I have now 1 additional inspiration roll, and instead of d6, it's now d8.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely nice. And what else? What else? I have a +3 for my
Your
proficiency.
proficiency, yeah.
Yeah, instead of +2.
Right.
And one additional spell and 2 additional third level spell slots.
Okay. And have we
And
decided what spell we want? Or
Yep.
well, no, I
okay.
I have to look it up.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah,
We're
but
all fun.
decided that I will be using my College of Swords
Uh-huh.
ability more often.
Okay.
Well, they basically use my inspirations to give me some combat advantages.
Hmm.
So
Right.
yeah, since I have more inspiration rolls, I will use it more often, I guess.
Right.
But other than that, that's all.
Okay.
Apart from one spell, which I choose later.
Rom,
Yeah.
if you want, you can replace one spell from previous list. How I get 2? I replace one previous with one new if you want. That's
Yeah,
why in that such way you can get 2 third level spell if necessary.
yeah, absolutely. I have spells which I don't actually use
Hmm.
much.
We can stay with such stuff.
hmm Maybe something more combat oriented instead of animal friendship.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Drew hasn't put in an appearance yet, but I'm sure he'll be here eventually.
hmm
Anyway, you guys, last time, as I said, you guys killed off a bunch of weir frogs and a group of pixies lured the peach trees into going through the gate at high tide, and they all got washed out to sea. And you guys are now back on the island.
Hooray! We get paid and we fulfill our geese, like I understand.
Yep. And all right. Well, unless you
Bill,
have other things you wish to do, uh,
Probably not.
Oh,
Not according to level.
Nope, we're gonna head on back to the ship.
okay.
I'm sure the crew will be more than ready to leave.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope they're happy to see us again.
Mm,
I will need a perception roll from someone. I don't care who in the party.
Okay.
Perception. I have only +2 because I not have proficiency in it.
I do.
Okay, you can do it. I have because my roll is 12 total.
Yeah.
Not worst, not best.
Well, you know what, Constantine, so's mine. And that's adjusted, and I have a +7.
Mm.
Much wiser.
Yep. Well, actually, that's okay. It's, by the way, mid-afternoon on the island when you get back.
Mhm.
And you walk across the island without incident. When you get within sight of the lagoon, well, with a 12, what you get to see is about 50, 60 feet above the high tide mark down on the beach. Your sailors have set up an encampment using bits and pieces of the ruined building and, well, a lot of rope and sailcloth. And there are people doing camp chores. There are also a bunch of people dragging trees that have been cut down to the beach, where a large percentage of your crew seems to be hauling a raft out to where the ship is. And here's the fun part. The ship appears to be in about 2 pieces and sitting on the bottom of the lagoon.
Lovely.
Yeah. Can we find out what happened?
Oh yeah, the crew, once they notice you, which by the way, their perception roll was abysmal. You had to walk right up to the camp before they saw you. But they're glad you're back.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a few little things happen in your absence.
Yeah, so we see.
Apparently, after you showed up here last time, things were quiet for the rest of that day and that night. But the next morning, that's when disaster struck. And apparently those big moving rocks that have been hanging outside the lagoon somehow or another, overnight, dug a trench into the lagoon that allowed them to move in without the tip of the rock being above water. And they snuck in. And then when the sun came up, well, they popped up, and we had two giant rocks, one on either side of the ship, and they sort of, slammed together. And been rough since then. We got most of the people off. One of them points to the other side of the beach where there were a pair of barnacle-encrusted rocks tied up in ropes. And before you got there, there was about 20 pirates on each rock with hammers and chisels, breaking them into gravel. They tell you they caught at least two of them. The other rocks got away, but as soon as they come back, their guys are going to turn them into gravel too. And they also tell you the little geek slave told us what to do. And we got rid of those pesky cloth-eating moths and bats. We ate them all. Mostly the half-orcs, but we made everybody eat their share. By the way, the hobbits look really green and nauseous at this point.
Well,
And
looks
now
like
that
we've-
it's safe to use cloth and rope again, they've started a salvage operation, getting some tools and stuff out of the ship. Hopefully we can, fix it and get off this island.
Sure. Did somebody try to talk with that rock? Because it looks like they have some mind and some intention in destroying our ship. Because I not remember that we piss off some Earth elemental through our road trip.
Well, none of these guys tried to talk with the rocks. They just tried to shoot them, but what
Demolish
worked
them, yeah.
best was trapping them and dragging them up on the beach. And that way we can deal with them without them trying to drown us.
Well, let's go see how much it's going to take to fix them. Bishop caps the water breathing on. Those of you
Yeah.
who can cast mending, you're
Okay.
going to be doing it a lot.
Okay, well then, Bill, an investigation roll from you as you investigate the damage on the wreck.
Much better this time. Adjusted, we are at a 21.
Okay. Well, it looks about as bad close up as it did from the beach.
Okay.
There's about a 4 to 5 foot section in the middle of the ship that has been, broken into kindling due to repeated smashings by rocks. So you're basically missing about a 4-foot gap in the middle of your ship.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Uh, however, the damage seems to all be limited to that area.
Yep. All right.
And like I said, the crew have been out since they didn't have caps of water breathing. They were limited to breath hold diving, but they've salvaged ropes and pulleys and things, and they're, dragging stuff back to the shore. Things should go quicker now that they have proper tools, but
Well, it looks like if we join the two sections that aren't broken, we can use one mending per foot to join the two sections back together.
mm-hmm.
Do some math real quick. Here's my calculator. There's my calculator. Okay, clear that out. 2 times 5 times.
Okay. Oh, when you are doing your investigation, about a 25-foot long great white shark is going to swim up and speak to you. You've met him before.
Yes, it's the con man.
Anyway, he's going to ask how things have been going since we last spoke. Looks like you have a little trouble with your ship.
No trouble at all. Nothing for you to worry about.
Well, just in case you needed a new ship, he knows where there's one that can be purchased very reasonably.
I'm sure you do.
Much better shape than this ship. The one he has floats.
Well, yeah, but there's only one problem with your plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's there and we're here.
Oh, well, that's not that much of a problem. After all, we'll just add a small delivery fee to the total price.
Well, I wouldn't even think about buying it sight unseen, so if you want to sell it, you've got to bring it round, and I may or may not purchase it from you. That's the way these things work.
That doesn't sound like a very good deal. After all, then he's stuck with the transportation costs.
Hey, it's the price of doing business. It's a risk. You're a business shark, aren't you? Anyways, we're going to need 40 mending spells to fix the ship.
Right.
Oh, Drew asks to let him in.
Huh.
Mhm.
Oh. Let me invite guest, copy that, go to the paste that. There you go, Drew.
Okay. Well, well, the shark is going to give you guys his best sales pitch. He has a 19 on his persuasion. Bill, if you'd be so kind as to roll a wisdom check with advantage, seeing as how you know he's a con man. Well, con fish, whatever.
Wisdom save, I did a +4. I rolled a 16, which is a 19. I mean, excuse me, a 20.
Okay. Then he doesn't talk you into buying the ship. And will then swim away.
Well, before he does that,
Uh-huh.
don't we have a card from the
The
Um,
giant crab
yeah,
private detective that was looking for these guys.
right. I'm gonna activate that card.
Okay.
And the shark also needs to make a saving throw versus my pitch. If I had to make a
Okay.
saving throw versus his pitch, which is to bring the ship to us and let us see.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
get a
Oh, that's pathetic.
+2 bonus to my wisdom. So
Yeah.
18 + 2 is 20. Fuck, I'm on fire.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Nope. You've talked him into bringing the ship
Okay.
to you before you decide one way or the other. And the shark will swim away, promising to bring the ship back to you the next day.
Okay. Well, we have 40 mendings to do to fix this
Okay.
ship. And what I would like to do is to haul the two sides up onto the beach and join them up there. And then we'll get it back in the water. We
Mhm.
can use the trees that the guys have been felling as rollers to roll it back in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where's that snake, Sam? If you're going to whine at me, you got to have the snake here.
Well, you can drag the two halves of the ship up onto the beach then?
Yep.
Okay, that's going to take a bit of effort, although you do have your full crew working on it.
Yeah, if they can drag rocks,
Mhm.
we can drag ship.
Well, yes, actually.
And while we're down there, are there any other sunken ships down there?
Give us an investigation of the lagoon.
Ooh, 9.
A 9?
A 9. That's a 2 + 7.
Okay. Well, No, you don't find any sunken ships. So,
Oh well.
In any case, a shark will bring to us one more, and it's probably have some damage inside, or rotten or something like that, or stolen.
Well, I'm sure it's stolen.
Uh, Definitely, but I don't
Yeah.
know from who and what nonsense he bring with it.
Right.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, rolls indicate that your crew is able to drag half of the ship up onto the beach above the high tide mark before sundown.
Okay, we'll get the other half tomorrow.
And they'll get the other half tomorrow.
Hello, all.
Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you
How
again.
are you?
Not too shabby.
Likewise.
Okay.
Ready for another day of D&D at level 5.
Okay. And
Do you need to go potty?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay.
okay. Well,
Actually directing
Uh,
that towards the dog, but I'm glad you're okay.
okay. Well, the guys have all told me, but you've all gone up a level. So you're now 5th level. Your proficiency
Yes, sir.
bonus is +3. And you get some more hit points, among other things. So,
Yes. Yes, sir. I'll try to make it quick. As far as my hit points go, I'm just going to go with the default 5 plus my Constitution modifier,
okay.
which is 2. So I'll get a +7, bringing a total of 38 hit points.
Okay. A total of 38.
What?
In addition, I will get 2 level 3 spells, and I'll get an additional spell up to level 3 from my Ring of Spell Storing, which I will use for this. And my 3
Doesn't work
spells.
like that.
It doesn't.
You don't get an extra spell slot for having a ring of spell storing. You just get to store an extra spell.
That's what
you
I'd like
want
to
put
do.
in there.
Yeah. No, you'll get you'll get 2 third level spells. And you get an extra 1st level spell. So,
Oh,
no, you get the same. Okay. No, you just get 2 third level spell slots. So yeah. Okay.
and
But
the
you can
Ring of
now
Spell
cast.
Storing only does.
Well, you can put whatever spell in there you want,
Yeah.
but you don't get like an extra spell. If
Oh,
that
that's
makes
fine
you
with
don't
me.
get to, yeah, you don't get to choose like the variety of spells. You get
Mhm.
just like
Okay.
say you choose beaver tooth enlargement. You could have an extra beaver tooth enlargement spell if you wanted. That's a druid spell, right?
I don't know. I have to look into it.
Yeah. There's some
Well,
fun 3rd level spells. You should,
okay. So I can put a
Anyway.
3rd level spell in there in the ring
Yes.
if I want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I will do. And those 3
Okay.
spells, well, my 2 spells for my slots are Aura of Vitality and Call Lightning.
Okie doke.
And in my ring, I'll use Dispel Magic.
Okay.
And quickly, if I may ask, the proficiency bonus going up from 2 to 3.
Yeah.
That is in regard to
Yeah, when you go up the 5th
Oh,
level,
we
your proficiency goes up 1,
and that
and then
and that's in
Yes.
regards to my what is it? 2 survival skill or my 2 proficiency skills,
yes,
survival
yeah,
and
you get an extra plus to them. Yeah, when you use them,
okay.
and then it goes
And
up
any weapons
again when you hit 9th level. You know, so
Okay. Very well. That's all I need right now. Thank you much.
okay. Well, uh, the guys, when you got back to the island, you went down to where the ship was. You found that the ship has been broken into 2 pieces by some of those moving rocks. And the crewmen, once they got marooned, set up shop on the beach and spent several days killing off all of those cloth-eating moths and bats until they could finally, well, start using rope and sailcloth and things and salvage stuff from the boat. Anyway, you guys are now back. Bill has organized the crewmen to drag the 2 halves of the ship up onto the beach for repair, and you'll spend the next several days casting mending spells on your ship until you've finally got it all put back together. And that's where you came in. So you're back with the ship. And the crewmen are, well, doing repairs, as it were.
Oh, and one other thing I would like to do while
Yes.
we're doing this is I would like to set up a shark trap.
Say again?
A shark trap.
Oh, a shark trap. Gotcha. Okay.
Just a camouflage net held on the on the bottom of the lagoon,
Mhm.
and and hooked to some ropes with a counterweight that can be pulled that will trigger the net and drag whatever's in it up on shore.
Okie dokie.
Just and we'll have our thief take care of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, since you're back with the crew, you have multiple thieves, and they get to do that with advantage now.
All right.
So, since you got a group of them working together, okay, they will set up a shark trap out in the lagoon. And
I'm going to take a call. I'll be right back. Excuse me.
Okay.
okay. Somebody roll me a percentile to see if there's any random encounters overnight.
Okay, we'll start.
Okay.
Yeah, Constantine traditionally starts this.
Percentile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I will see how lucky I am today. 33.
Okay. Well, then, you have no random encounters overnight. And all right. Well, then first thing in the morning, there will be a group of about anyway, about 10 or 12 of the I guess you'd call them escaped prisoners from the towers that now claim ownership of this island.
Yeah.
And they are they've come down to the beach, and they will swap fresh fruits and wild vegetables that they've found growing in the ruin in exchange for fish. Something they do every morning with, the other pirates. They have also brought some stuff that they've scavenged from the ruins that they will swap with your pirates for, blankets, scrap sailcloth, and or any tools that they're willing to cough up. And they've got for possible swapping, if you want, a gold and silver decorated humidor to keep cigars in. Looks like it's worth about 25 gold pieces. There's also got some a pair of bronze van braces with a bunch of runes on them. They have no idea if any of this stuff is magic or not, since none of them can cast a detect magic. In addition to that, they've also come up with a half dozen pairs of sewing shears made out of Damascus steel. Anyway, and they're asking what, if anything, you want to swap for these.
Would you swap gold for them?
Yeah, they take gold.
So about 50 for the whole lot?
They'll take it.
Okay. Oh, and I have a request of them.
Uh-huh.
If you find any yeast, we would be very happy to get some from you.
Okay. They also have a question.
What?
Do you know where the palace is?
You want to look at my map? Well,
Okay.
what's
They
it
will
worth
do
to you?
so. And they tell you, upon looking at it,
No, no, I asked them what it's worth to them to look at it.
oh, what is it worth to them? One of them will whip out a bottle of wine looted from one of the rich houses in the ruins. It's worth about 40 gold pieces by itself. They'll swap you a bottle of gourmet wine for a look at the map.
Mm. I have a counter proposal for you.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Well, we don't want, it's not worth a magic item, but some type of thing you go when you loot the place that has the crest of the ruling family, a dinner plate, a belt buckle,
Mm-hmm.
a fancy chair, something.
Mm-hmm.
That's my price. So when you
Okay.
go and loot the place and you find something with the crest of the former ruling family, that's what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Intact. It's got to be intact. It can't be just broken pieces that when you fit them together like a fucking jigsaw puzzle.
Uh-huh. All right. No, they have no problem with that.
Okay.
So,
If they'd have brought rum, it would have been different. We're pirates, by the way. Okay. Well, we've got to get the other half of the ship out, and then it's going to take us 5 days with 2 guys casting mending cantrips to get the ship fucking back so it can float.
okay.
Those 2 guys would be Druid and Constantine. I don't believe I don't believe Roma. You get
No,
mending.
no, I don't even see it
Oh,
in my
yes.
spell list.
Bard spells. Oh, but you don't have that.
No.
Okay.
It is not listed among bard spells,
Sure it is.
regretfully.
If you look on page 207 of your player's handbook,
What level is it?
It's a cantrip.
Cantrip.
Yeah.
Cantrip. You almost sound like you're.
Indeed. I was looking among the spells, and it's cantrip. Yeah.
Nope. Mending is a cantrip for
Mhm.
bards, so
Maybe I should take it instead of one of my cantrips.
okay.
That would
Anyway,
with 3 guys that'd be 12 a day, so it would be 4 days or 4 long rests.
Yeah. Anyway, it takes your pirates pretty much the entirety of the morning to drag the other half of the ship up to the shore and get them positioned where they need to be. And oh, by the way, Bill,
Yeah.
there is no palace listed anywhere on your map for this city.
Well, it looks like I let them look at the map for free.
Yep. And they tell you they've gone to the center of the city, assuming that's where the palace would be. But at the center of this city, there ain't no palace. There's this big amphitheater with a kind of runway-looking stage and a whole bunch of dressing rooms in the rear. Like they had a whole bunch of fashion shows there all the time. But no,
I can believe that.
no obvious center of government. And for that matter, they don't seem to have found any bureaucratic offices either. So, anyway,
Okay. Well, and the shark has not shown up?
the shark has not shown up, nor has the giant crab.
Well, I guess we'll roll a percentage for the next day then.
Yep.
75.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Well, you have a random encounter that night. And about 2 hours after sundown, you're going to see, well, a battle happening offshore. And there appear to be a pair of dragons attacking a small ship. The people on the ship are firing lightning bolts and what look like chromatic orb spells at the dragon, as well as firing off ballista and essentially, after a very short amount of time, less than 10 minutes, one of the dragons seems to take serious damage and quite literally does a kamikaze dive into the ship, which is burning by that point in time. And the ship will then sink, and the remaining dragon will fly off, heading to the west.
All right. Those of us who can go underwater should make a foray out there for looting
Okie dokie.
Oh, yeah,
purposes.
with pleasure.
I'll go down with you, Roma. I think I still have a cap of water breathing.
Okay, yeah, well, let's go.
That'd
Let's
be
go
me and
look.
Drew.
what they
Yeah,
can
well.
do.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
I'm
then.
going too.
All right.
So what do we need to roll?
Well, basically, give me perception rolls.
Perception rolls.
That's a wisdom bonus, right?
Yes.
All right. That makes me 10. Blur. What's out here, George?
Uh,
Oh, the world owes me a living. Little, little.
Yeah.
I roll
I
a
also-
23.
yeah. I
Okay.
have 25 actually after
Okay.
pluses.
Well then, Drew, Roman, the two of you noticed this long before Bill does, but you go out to the wreck, and you'll notice you're not the only people investigating the wreck.
Mhm.
You'll see there is a great white shark and a giant squid. Oh, and a siren and a giant clam.
Hmm.
All are swimming around and looking things over. The siren will swim up to you guys as you approach and sing a greeting to you. I will need wisdom checks from everybody.
Okay.
Haha.
Shit.
23.
Okay.
5.
I got a natural 1. With after pluses, it'd be 8. Or correction, 9.
Mhm.
I have 2. A little bit better than you.
Okay. And Roman, what's yours?
Yeah, I have 11.
Okay, then, Bill, you are not charmed, but everybody else in this group is.
Okay, here we go again.
Okay. Well,
And,
I guess we need to roll an ish.
well, no, she's not doing anything. She just
Oh, she
greeted
just
you.
did.
What?
Okay. Let them go now.
Say that one again.
Let them go now.
Hmm.
She will tell you that you are obviously not a music fan.
I love music, but not yours.
Anyway, she will let them all go and ask what you're doing out here at their wreck. They found
Well-
it first. By salvage rights, it's theirs.
Mm.
We didn't come for your wreck. We came to, well, take pieces, parts off that dragon that wrecked your boat. And besides, Mr. Shark, I'm disappointed. You told me your ship floated. Does this look like a floating ship?
Oh, this isn't his ship.
Oh. Okay.
This is a different ship.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's go salvage the dragon parts.
Okay. What you have is a juvenile red dragon that, well, quite literally took a ballista bolt through the neck.
Great.
Had
No,
also been hit by a lightning bolt previously.
Okay. Well, we're going to grab a hold of him and take him back to shore.
Okay. By the way, the aquatic creatures seem to be unloading, well, a lot of loot off of the wrecked ship and swimming away with it.
Let them.
Anyway, they seem to be heading east from this location.
Well, they got the ship. We didn't. So anyways, we have our fantastic druid here who's going to skin this dragon perfectly.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll
To
have
make sure I
teeth
do.
and his claws.
So I need to make a throw, some kind of throw
Okay.
for that.
It'd be a survival check
It'd be a survival check.
Okay.
with bardic inspiration, probably.
yeah,
Hmm.
if you want it.
Well, I'll take it. Thank you.
Didn't you say that your bardic inspiration now does a D8 worth?
Yeah, yeah,
D6?
it does. Yeah, it does the 8 instead of the 6.
Okay.
And I rolled 8 on my
Okay.
first check, so yeah, a bit of luck.
All right.
All right. So this is a wisdom save.
It's not
It's a
safe.
survival check. So
Okay.
you roll a 20-sider and add any skill bonuses you got for survival checks.
Okay.
You get a +3 plus, what is survival? Wisdom?
Yep.
I think it is wisdom.
Yeah, +3 plus your wisdom bonus.
Mhm.
Very well. After pluses, 22.
Yeah, and plus 8
Okay.
from
Well,
bardic
then.
inspiration.
Heck yeah. 30 altogether.
30 altogether.
I'll
Well,
skin the
then,
shit out of that dragon.
we'll skin this big lizard perfectly. Uh, harvested his fangs and claws and teeth and whatever else was saleable. Carved a few dragon steaks off of the thing for barbecuing, all that. Yeah.
Paleontology museum, great skinning.
Yep. And
You say
and
it was a
took you
juvenile
about a
red
day
dragon?
and a half to accomplish this, which is record time for skinning a 30-foot long lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that +2 dagger you have is really nice for skinning dragons.
Anyway,
Dude,
Do you need Do you need to go potty, Sam?
Mhm.
No, you're just being needy. Okay.
okay.
I'm playing
And
D&D.
all right. Well, you will drag the lizard back. You have no other random encounters for the night. In the morning, Drew will, of course, begin skinning his lizard. The rest of you will continue mending the ship. Um,
I always skin my lizard in the morning.
and and when the local islanders show up to do business with you, uh, they tell you that 3 people whom you missed in your night have swum from where the wreck was to the island. They ask if you want to speak with them. They have a very interesting story.
Sure, bring them along to the barbecue we're having tonight. The rest of y'all are invited too.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, the you guys will continue doing your thing for the day, and at supper time, you'll have the people the islanders mentioned show up. 2 of them are sailors, and one of them is a woman. Uh, they all appear to be Arabic, um, and they're from one of the Savannah principalities on the continent that's to the south of you guys. Anyway, they tell you that they were negotiating trade treaties for their prince with the barbarians that now rule most of the Harvest continent. But during the negotiations, a large number of foreign ships attacked the harbor with dragons flying support. They escaped and were trying to get back to home, and were driven far north and east of their destination while running from, well, enemy ships and with the dragons, but and they ask when your ship will be seaworthy.
Okay.
Because they're hoping to get passage off this island and back to their home country. Basically, and let them know what's happening. As near as they can tell, these invaders put out dozens, if not hundreds, of ships to, well, blockade the whole continent and keep anybody from, well, getting away and warning people that they're there. As far as they know, they might be the only ship that got away.
So let me get this straight. If we were to give you a ride, we would automatically become a target for people and dragons that are hunting you. Yeah. I don't know about that. What do you guys think? That sounds pretty, even my dog is making him point. So.
Yep.
Considering what we just witnessed regarding dragons destroying that ship, I don't think we should be involved.
We've already lost ships to dragons.
Well, this is true. But I don't want them targeting us specifically, our passengers.
Yeah. Well, I think what it means is you're wanting us to do this, and what are you willing to exchange for this dangerous passage? Your second option, which is what I'm more in favor of, is you write a letter and we send it to your prince.
Well, since they don't actually have anything on them, but, their clothes.
Well, in your case, we will take a promise.
But, yeah, if you'll take a message to their prince, they will see that you are paid. They will offer you 500 gold pieces just to deliver a letter.
You guys got a problem with that?
No.
Nah.
Now, you got to understand, we're not promising to drive or take our ship to your kingdom. We're promising to take the ship to, the some other place where there's civilization, and then pass it on to another ship to take to your kingdom. right? So just so you don't think you're getting ripped off.
Okay. Okay. Well then, if you're passing it on to another ship, then they'll have to wait until it finally reaches their prince, and then somebody comes here to rescue them. But they promise you that they will pay you or drop the money at a place of your designation when they get off this island.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll work. And I'll tell them the location of our inn, which ought to be under construction by now.
Right. All right.
Oh, and don't tell us your names.
Okay.
There's or the name of your ship. So.
Right.
Take a nap. I'm playing D&D.
Okay. Then. And a percentile for random encounters in the overnight.
I'll do it.
Wants to roll it.
Yeah, please.
I got a 66.
Okay. Well, then basically in the middle of the night, you will see a bright flash of light on the island, about half mile from your encampment. And a couple of minutes later, someone will hail your camp and say they want to parley.
What's up?
What up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's a druid power.
Well,
What's up, spell?
you have two people and that approach your encampment. They are both dressed kind of like Zach was before he got, marooned with you guys. But brightly colored togas and one of them is a Goliath, and the other one looks to be a Drow. And they will ask if Zach is still with you, or if you guys have eaten him.
Oh no, we don't eat undergrads.
Okay.
But don't tell Zach.
They
that.
taste
Okay.
Let
they
Zach
taste
keep-
funny.
Yeah.
Let Zach keep thinking we do.
Anyway,
But, If you want to contact Zach, you have to talk to the gnomes over there.
actually, no, the gnomes lost Zach in a poker game. He belongs to your ugly tattoo artist now.
Okay, if you want to talk to Zach, you have to talk to the dykes over there.
And
And to the thief that normally travels with us on our adventures,
yeah.
I'm going to give him the sign.
Okay.
So I don't
Well-
expect these guys to walk out of this camp with all of their pockets as full as they were when they emptied. Or when they entered.
Okay. Well, we'll see what he can do.
Want some Cheetos?
Yeah.
You said the first one is a Goliath.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And the other one is a Drow elf.
Okay.
And they chat with Zach. They negotiate a deal with the tattoo artist. And Zach tells them that he's pretty sure the preliminary skirmishes of the Dragon War have already started, so the date listed in all the old manuscripts is wrong.
Yeah,
And-
Xav. I'm sorry, as always. I'm sorry, as always. I just said it for English for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, he and they chat back and forth. Zach tells them about certain discoveries he has made, and but he doesn't give them the details until they agree to take him back home. At which time your tattoo artist steps in and says they can't do that unless they pay for him. And then they start dickering on price. And
Well, I want to buy Zach too. I'm going to get in on the action, and I'm
okay.
going to try and drive the price up and then back out after they make an outrageous bid.
Okay. Give me a wisdom
You-
roll.
You cheeky devil, you.
I know. 4.
Uh-huh.
I didn't do well.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, then negotiations ensue. Bill, they really didn't take you that seriously in the negotiations because you offered money and they laughed at you, both sides. The end result of it is they just handed your ugly tattoo artist a filleter of beauty and a permanence. And then they also gave her a ring of human influence, which basically lets her do persuasions and deceptions and that sort of thing with advantage.
Nice.
And on a 1 to 20 scale, your tattoo artist just went from an 8 to a 17 on looks.
Giggity.
Checking about half of your crew are panicking now. Because it's bad luck to have a good looking woman on board.
Well, we're not floating right now, guys.
No. By the way, your pixie's going to speak up at that point and saying as well that no, we can't vote on anything until the ship's fixed. And then the first thing we get to vote on is who gets to be captain, you or her. And since all pixies are cute, this really panics your crew. The concept of having a good-looking pixie as captain is
I'm just looking at them. They think that I'm ugly.
You're not a woman.
Okay.
anyway.
Because I have for today few lightning bolt.
Yep. Okay. However, they agree to take Zach with them when they leave. And
What? I'm not playing with the dog right now. I'm playing D&D.
okay. Oh, by the way, your good-looking tattoo artist, once they leave, will go into negotiating with the constructs and offer to sell them all of Zach's notes and formulas and all that other geeky stuff that he used to write down. If they
She's
would
going for it, isn't she?
give her his share in addition with her own when it comes time to cough up the 50,000 gold pieces. And she rolled a 17 and they rolled a 8. So they've agreed to pay her an extra share. In exchange, they get all those diagrams that Zach was making about submarines and all that crazy stuff like that.
Okay.
Anyway,
We have some time. Stuck in here with the
Uh,
ship.
We've got 2 more days.
Yeah, maybe we look on another portals on that island because we not explore everywhere, everything. I like that island like base of operation. We have access to Feywild. We have access to another strange places where we can just make raids. If we can be sea pirates, we can be portal pirates, portal raids, all that stuff.
Well, let's get the ship fixed. You want-
Okay.
I just want to get the fuck off this island and get.
Okay.
If you want to come back, we can definitely come back.
I can come back to that island from any place with stationary teleport because I know rune how to turn back to my favorite location near that island.
Yep.
We will be always in half of the day to that island, but without crew.
Constantine has plenty of freaking flyer miles.
Yep.
Okay.
yeah.
So we roll another percentile.
Yep. Oh, by the way, your anyway, the Hobbit picked the guy's pockets. He got a potion of restoration.
Nice.
Yeah.
And a magic item known as a devilish doubloon. It's on page 131 of the Vault of Magic.
Mhm.
And basically, it's a gold coin that bears the face of a leering devil. If placed with other coins, it changes to mimic their appearance. But this change is purely cosmetic. You can, as a bonus action, toss the coin up to 20 feet. When it lands, it transforms into a barbed devil. The devil vanishes after 1 hour or when it's reduced to 0 hit points.
Nice.
When the devil vanishes, the coin reappears in a collection of at least 20 gold coins somewhere on the same plane that it vanished. The devil is friendly to you and your companions. It rolls.
That was main phrase what I waiting for, because I want, if you not say that, I will ask about it. Is it friendly to us?
Yes, it is.
That's good.
You roll initiative for the devil when it obeys verbal commands issued by you. If you don't issue any commands, it defends itself. If reduced to 0 hit points, the devil will move to your body and use its action to try and grab your soul. You must do a charisma save of 15 or better. Or the demon steals your soul and you die. And then uses its next action to transport itself back to Hades, where your soul gets, well, locked up in hell until someone uses a greater a true resurrection or a wish spell to bring you back. So he grabbed a cursed coin and a potion of lesser restoration while they was here.
And Drew, could you recycle your phone, please?
Okay.
Sure.
And yeah, then give me another percentile roll.
I believe it's Roma's turn.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
4.
Okay, then the next day you'll do more repairs, not have any random encounters on the next night. This would be the 4th day, so you should have your ship repaired by the end of this day. Now, the next question being, do you want to launch the ship or wait until morning?
Morning. Actually, we're going to wait until high tide.
Okay, right. Okie dokie. Well, then I will need one more percentile as you wait high tide.
Constantine, it's your turn.
Percentile. 99.
Okay.
I just not understand. It's 9, not 6. It was 9.
Okay. 99. Okay.
What? It just a roll.
Mhm.
What crazy can happen?
Anyway, that does not get you a random encounter, so you will wait until high tide and then launch your ship.
Underway. Ship's colors.
Yep. Let's see. The ship's colors? That would be Bill will
No,
tell you
that's,
that one. He's the
making
captain.
he's making a naval. They used, that's what they used to say when your ship got underway in the Navy.
Okay.
The ship's
Heard it a
colors.
few times.
Deploying the flag.
Right. Now then, the constructs tell you that you have to go back to the island where you picked them up to get the money.
Yep. But before we go,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
Yes.
to turn to the tattoo artist who is no longer ugly and
Right.
is not really part of the crew, even though we shanghaied her.
Yeah.
All right. For the crew to feel comfortable making this voyage, you need to change your appearance. We have 2 crew members here, these little pixies, who can do a polymorph on you. You obviously will not be able to do any tattooing while polymorphed, but what animal would you like to be, or would you just like to wait for the constructs to get back and have them pay you and you figure out your own way home?
Uh-huh. um, well, rolls indicate she's decided to, rather than letting you guys polymorph her, she will stay here on the island and talk to the constructs about delivering her share, her double share here once they part company with you guys.
Okay.
And the constructs have no problem with that.
And now it's time for, well, a vote to see whether the crew wishes to have a pixie with no sailing experience be their captain.
Okie dokie.
A cute female pixie with no
Yes, a
sailing
cute
experience.
female pixie. Yeah. And Bill, give us a charisma roll.
That would be 23.
Okay. Well, since the pixie only got a 14 on her charisma check, you will win the election. The pixie will stomp her little feet and pout about it.
Well,
I
my little pixie friends, you guys are both crew now. Thank you for participating in the election, all fair and square. It was your idea after all. Now, I would like to bring up a special issue to the crew. The bad luck from having a good-looking woman on board does not cover Fae. That's only for, like, well, mortals. You see, the Fae, by their very nature, are as they are. Now, does anybody wish to argue this with me? By the way, that's shorthand in pirate for who wants to fight a duel.
Yeah. Okay.
And I can prove it too.
Okay. No, none of them want to fight you. However, several of them are going to be grumbling about it.
Okay. Well, Roma, if you would cast what do you call it? Bardic Inspiration on me.
Okay, why not? With pleasure. It's 5.
Okay. I'm going to take out some dice. I want you all to watch. Now, here we are on the land. Actually, I'm going to get on the ship now that it's floating. Pixies, please wait for a moment on the shore. And I'm going to roll my dice. And I rolled a 6. It's a 6-sided dice. Then I'm going to have the pixie get on. And everybody watch. And I'm going to roll the 6-sider again. And you say it's a 4. Roma?
5.
Well, 5. Well,
Yeah.
since there's only 6 sides on the dice, it would come up to its maximum then.
It's the 8 dice.
Yeah, I'm rolling
okay.
dice on the ship,
Okay.
right? So it's also a 6. There's no change. See? That was a question for the crew, showing that luck had nothing to do with it, but the dice roll. So let's get underway.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
science,
Bill,
guys. Yeah.
a ship's handling roll.
A ship's handling roll. And I could use both Drew and Roma's help for this one.
Okay.
Well, actually, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I just rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
And my ship's handling, I get a +7, so 27.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, then you launch the ship, the crew gets on board. And as you sail out of the harbor, 5 of your least intelligent crew members who remain unconvinced about the bad luck thing are going to jump over the side and swim back towards the island.
They have a geese on them.
I said they're not the brightest.
Huh?
And on a lighter note, the ballista crews have yelled deserters and then have all started firing ballistas at these guys. One of the crews rolled a natural 20. So
Oh, well.
Are you going to do anything about any of this or just let it play out as is?
Just let it play out.
Okay.
Got a shorter ship, so, what the hell.
Okay. At this point in time,
Fight.
it's right at 5,500 miles from where you are to where the construct's money is, and then it's another couple of days past that back to the Pirate Isles. So, if I remember correctly, isn't that about 3 weeks worth of sailing? More or less. You sail about 80 miles a day.
We don't remember, Glenn. If you said
Well,
it's...
it was, yeah.
Anyway, without going ahead and doing the math, I believe it's right around about 3 weeks sailing. But, so...
I can just drop it a little bit because I already have that cantrip that add to us because I can cast wind forever till I am waking. That add extra 5 miles per hour. I don't know how
Okay.
much.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, that's why it was on first level. I take that cantrip.
Okay, so that's going to change the amount of time.
Yeah.
Because we've been going 4 miles an hour. If we had 5, that's clear. So 9.
Yeah, we always have.
times 24. We go 216 miles a day, and 5,500 divided by 216 is equal to 25.4 days.
Okay. Okay, well then, it'll take you 20 some days to get there. Somebody wish to roll me a percentile for the first week of travel.
18.
Okay. Well then, you have no random encounters on the first week of travel. You do, however, run into a storm.
Ship handling then?
So you will need an additional ship handling roll.
16 plus 7 is what, 23?
Okay.
Yep.
But you ride out the storm without any damage or any problems. And another percentile for the second week's sailing.
Let it be me.
Okay.
Mhm.
24.
And we have no random encounters on the second week of travel. And the weather is pretty nice. And a third percentile for the third week of sailing.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, please.
Okay. 43. Was it your turn, Roma? I'm sorry if I skipped.
Oh no, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Okay. Well then, on your third week of travel, you have a random encounter at sea.
Shay?
You will be about 1 day's travel from the island that you picked up the constructs on, and you will see a what looks like a Viking longship traveling under sail on an intercept course. But when they get close enough that you can make them out, these guys are not Northmen. They're frost giants.
Maybe I shouldn't roll percentiles anymore.
Well, you never know.
They will sail up to hailing range. By the way, right outside of hailing range, they're going to drop their mast and continue on oars until they get close enough to talk to you. And Bill,
Yep.
they ask for you by name.
Damn.
What do you need?
Uh,
Personal admirer.
they wish to speak to you.
We're talking now. What do you want?
They will ask you about that raid you did on the Snake Men's Island. When your pirate fleet got decimated by dragons. And they ask you about those iron and jade figurines. You saw a human woman and a hobbit male coming out of the temple when you were going in. They had all kinds of fun little treasure items that they traded with you.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're basically asking about some of that stuff. If you know where it ended up, none of it is the stuff that you got from them. They took it with them as far as you knew when they left.
Right. And we don't know where they went.
Last time you saw them, they flew away on giant eagles.
No, we'll tell the giants that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then they ask you if you small folk want to sign on to hunt dragons for them. They will pay.
Not interested. We're only 5th level. Come on, guys.
Yep.
Mhm. The captain will say at this point, you are aware that if we can find out who staged that raid, they can too. He's looking straight at you when he says it, Bill.
Well, there's a whole difference between looking for trouble and having trouble find you.
Hmm.
Either way, you have to live to get paid when hunting dragons.
The captain will laugh about that. And then tell you that they have much to do. And tell his crew to, head north.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks like we have something else to worry about now. Yay.
We need base of operation. Some piece of land when we can hide treasury, repair our ship, have extra ship just in case if something happened with one of our ship.
Well, we're working on it. We're building that in, and we should probably buy a warehouse and, have.
A place to store all your werewolves?
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
Oh.
Anyways, let's go and drop the constructs and get paid.
Okay. Well, the constructs will, when you get to the island, they will head off in 5 different directions and then come back. By the way, 2 of them head into the water. The other 3 head for different parts of the island. And they will each come back carrying about 500 pounds worth of gold and platinum. And then they'll set that down and go back for more until they have come up with enough so that each of you gets 50,000 gold pieces worth in either gold coin or bar platinum. And the platinum bars are worth 100 gold pieces each.
Okay.
Oh, and something to note. You don't even have to roll for this because it's blatantly obvious. Every one of the platinum bars and every one of the gold coins is stamped on one side with the symbol of Loloth, the demon queen of spiders, the goddess, I should say, of the drow. And then on the flip side of the coin is stamped the seal of one or another of the great houses that rule the drow. 3 different great houses, stamps. So obviously this came from more than one drow treasury. But all of it is, like, say, stamped with, well, like, say, marks of the drow.
How nice.
Since we're talking 50,000 gold pieces, and you have a, let's see, a crew of approximately 90 guys altogether. You have just a smidge under 5 million gold pieces worth of gold and platinum delivered to your ship.
Okay. Before we leave this island, we are going to melt all of those gold coins down and Make sand cast bars of gold.
Uh-huh.
The platinum, I assume, is also stamped.
Oh, hell yes.
Yep.
We're going to
And we will
recast
be
the platinum bars, too.
recasting the platinum as well.
Okay. Well, the constructs will be happy to help you with that.
Oh, great.
They know about metal casting, and since it's just gold or platinum, you don't really have to get it to a very high temperature to melt.
Yep.
We definitely need base of operation. I don't have idea uh, how big our ship, but we need to find place for approximately 22 ton. No, it's less because it's in platinum. That's mean some of them. But max is something around 15 ton of all that stuff.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we're basically going to have to get rid of all of our ballast and use the gold as ballast.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Okay. I want circle of teleportation.
You can afford it now.
Yeah.
And
I probably buy some land. Do you remember that city in Feywild? I
oh, the
want some
city of
property there.
lanterns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're friendly with the big boss there. I'm certainly
Yeah.
can help you out. Sam,
Yep.
do you need to go potty? If not, then shut the fuck up.
Okay. And
Doug, you want attention?
Yes, he does. And he won't sit on my lap because he wants me to play, and he's just going to have to wait.
Yep.
It's hard when you weigh, 12 pounds. Life just doesn't go your way a lot of times.
well,
Uh,
you know, if you only weigh 12 pounds, you can throw your weight around, but it really doesn't accomplish much.
Right.
Yeah. Be like Orrin when he used to have that half St. Bernard that weighed over 80 pounds. Now, when it threw its weight around, that was something to be considered.
If you're going to whine and cry like a baby, I'll hold you like a baby. Come here, baby Sammy. Jump in. Shit.
Okay, you got about 2 days more sailing to get back to the Pirate Isles.
And we're going not to the capital where we left from, but we're going to go to the island that was where we have things being built. Or
That would
in,
be the southernmost island
right.
of the big islands. Yes. Okay.
Which is where our base of operations is, Constantine.
Yep.
Okay.
I want to just roughly calculate how much money each of us has.
Well,
I've got mine written out already. I've got 55,000. I had 5,000 left. I just added 50 to it. Plus, we've got a bunch of loot.
It's meant to my gold because I spent a lot previously. I have only 200. I have now 50,000. No, 4,207 I have, and it's with 54,207 in gold. Okay,
all right.
maybe I will get some real estate with some profit. Pirating
Well, I've
is very profitable business.
Yeah, I've got a business proposition for the constructs. if they're willing to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, you've got to go and get your master's memory back and all that. And you can't speak for him after you find his memory. Um, but I want you to know that I would be willing to sponsor you
Mhm.
in a workshop at our
Okay.
island. And because we're taking the constructs to the southern island where we live so that they can find passage to go and do stuff, so they don't have to sit out there and lure ships onto their island.
Uh, well, actually, they tell you that they don't have to worry about that. They can just walk.
Okay. Well, anyways, the offer is that I will sponsor their workshop if they want to build it on our island. We like them. You know, we don't really want to go fighting with them anymore because they suck. But
Mhm.
um, as far as like building stuff and setting up a manufactory or a workshop or a research place, we think that or I think it would be a great idea if they did it there at that island, and we would be your customers.
Right. Okay. Well, they will keep what you're saying in mind, but they still have to get their master's memory back first. So
Right.
uh, they're going to head back to the island with all the gates and see if they can track down, using the clues that that one accountant gave them, uh, to see if they can track down where his memory ended up.
Okay.
They also want to go back to their master's house where they started out and gather some other things that they left there. But
Okay.
after they're done with that, they will come look you up.
All right. Well, then I guess we're leaving them here. And Roma, if you could roll us another percentile, let's go home.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Okay. Then you have no random
Do you need
encounters. As you head back,
And Roma, Constantine, Drubius, I have another thought for you. All right. What do you guys think about after we get, well, our ship fully repaired and and we get supplies, we come back here to the Construct Island and take the rest of their shit. They seem to have a lot of treasure here, and it's worth just looking for it for a few days to see if they've left anything behind that they couldn't carry.
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
We are
Sure.
pirates after all, right?
yeah.
We did the job, we got paid,
Mhm.
so why not?
Okay. Well then, okay, you're going to head back to the southern island first, and then you're going to come back here and do some searching after the constructs have left. Okay. Well, you don't have a random encounter, but you have an automatic encounter. You'll sail for a day and a half after leaving the constructs. You'll be about a half day's sail outside of the pirates' outer reef barriers, and your whoever is on watch in the crow's nest is going to spot sails coming over the horizon. So you are very near the pirate isles. They might be pirates, they might not.
At this point in time, we're avoiding and evading everyone.
Okay. Well
Yep.
then.
We have too much wood.
Right. Okay.
Ship handling?
Yes.
All
See
right.
if you
I
can-
may need druidic inspiration in that thing that Drew does. So.
Standing by.
7.
Okay, 7 and 18 is 25,
Yeah.
and my 7 as well will make that a 32.
Okay. Well then. You're able to outmaneuver these ships and continue on your way. However, when you get to the part of the reef where you can enter the channels and sail into the islands, the channel entrance is under watch. And
Under watch by whom?
3 frigates and 6 sloops.
Pirates?
No, they are flying the flag of Tiamat. Oh, and they dispatched, or as soon as they saw you, one of the frigates and 4 of the sloops are going to raise anchors and begin sailing in your direction.
All right. Well, let's do some blockade running, folks.
Mm, okay, I need your ship handling understanding. I want to know, maybe I can somehow, because I have always correct wind, I can help you try to avoid that stuff and move as fast as possible just to go in through blockade. Maybe they can outmaneuver them because I have such option.
Okay. So we're going to use magic.
A little bit.
Okay.
Because in any case we need to but I already don't know. Is it safe place to handle our stuff or not safe?
Well, if, we are faster than any non-magically assisted ship. We're more than double the speed of a normal ship under sail.
Yes. Only ships that have sail and slaves that how it's
We're
called.
not quite double a galleon or a galley,
Yep. Yep.
right?
But okay, we can try.
Okay. We're going to have another roll where we have bardic inspiration
Hmm.
as well.
Yes.
And, it's the luck of the dice, guys. You want me to roll it?
Here's some
We can
guidance
either-
for you.
Yeah, and some guidance. So,
Roll a d4 whenever you're ready.
all right, I'm ready.
I rolled 3 regretfully, not
Okay,
much.
a
But
3, and then Drew.
You get a 2.
3 and 2 is 5.
Okay. And your ship handling?
Bill, what is ship handling?
Hey, look, I'm there twice. Anyways,
You're beside yourself.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, StreamYards is being StreamYards. So that 5 that you guys plus my 7 is 12. Added to the 10 that I rolled makes that a 22.
Okay.
Not bad at
not
all.
bad. Yeah.
Right.
And what is the range on confusion?
Oh. Hmm.
90 feet.
Nice. Well, I'm going to give the pixies the order to cast confusion on the captains of the other ship if they get within 90 feet.
Okay. And Okay. Well then, Bill, your ship handling rolls are such that you can outmaneuver these craft before they get up to speed. However, the ones that remained in position are going to get to exchange catapult and ballista shots with you as you go past.
All right.
So,
Load the Greek fire.
yeah.
So I'm steering the ship. If you guys want to do some shooting, now's your chance.
Yep. Anyway, any of you who wish to do so may roll us a 20-sider to hit with a distance attack.
And I'm putting an extra watch up front to look for submerged, like ship catching devices or rocks being piled up or something.
Right.
C minus.
Yes.
Mhm. Okay.
No, I don't need concentration to use gust. Okay, then I can cast spell 2.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. And what distance between us?
At the closest point to the ships around you, you'll be about 120 yards from the two closest ones and about 160 to 200 yards from the others.
Nope, I not have anything that can. If they closer, it can be done, but now.
Okay. And
I
do
wouldn't
any of
waste
you
the
wish to
ballista.
roll to hit rolls for ballista? Or shall I just do that?
Well, I can try.
Give us a 20-sider.
Oh, natural 20 for once.
Okay, that hits.
Do I need damage roll?
Yes. Let's see, that would be 8d6 doubled.
86. 4, 5, 9, and 6, 15. Oh, again 6. 21, 24, 26, and 28. Doubled,
Uh-huh.
it's
56.
56.
56, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay. Right. Well, the other ballista crews, you got one to hit with a 18 and another to hit with a natural 20. And all the rest of them were single digit numbers, even with pluses. So, by the way, the other natural 20 did 32 points of damage, doubled, which is 64. And 16 for the other. So altogether, that's... You just sank one of the sloops.
Oh,
That'll
Your
learn 'em.
ship, however, has also been hit by 3 different ballista. None of them natural 20s. So your nice ship that you just repaired, it's got an additional 68 points of damage, and it's on fire.
Well,
So,
damage control team.
yeah.
Get to the mending and the control flames.
Mm-hmm.
Fire
Yuppers.
first.
And just for laughs, from from the frigates, there are 2 squads of 5 each. Half dragons have just taken off, and they actually can catch your ship as you enter the passage.
Okay, then we need to concentrate our fire on that birds.
Yeah. Anyway, I would like initiative rolls from everybody at this point.
okay.
13.
5.
16.
Okay.
8.
And 8. Okay.
Or correction. Yeah, 8. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. The half dragons have a 16, and your crewmen have rolled a 1 on their initiative. So it will be Roman, then the half dragons, then Constantine, Bill, Drew, and the rest of your crew. in that order. So, Roman, you get to go first. There are 10 half
Oh.
dragons flying in towards your ship. 5 of them from the rear, and 5 of them from the starboard side.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have Wonder Web.
Yes, you do.
How about trying to web
Okay.
some of the...
Well, now. Web spell.
Yeah.
Okay, they get a strength check to see if they can save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then they're not flying in a nice tight formation. If you pick the guys that are on the starboard side, you can get 2 of them with 1 web spell.
Yeah. This...
Otherwise, you can just get 1.
Yeah, well, let's aim for 2 of them.
Okay. Saving throws. Okay. Well, Roman, you throw your web. 2 of them get caught in it. Both of them made their strength checks and break loose from your web, but they don't get an attack this round.
Okay, well, worth a try.
Mm-hmm. And
Well, flying creatures get double movement rate.
yeah,
So the usual movement for somebody is 20, right?
25 usually, but
Okay,
yeah.
25.
Mhm.
So it would take them, since we were 120 yards
Yeah,
from the closest ships and 160 yards from the more distant ships,
right.
it would take them 3 rounds to get to us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we can shoot at them for 2 more rounds after this one before they get here and can attack, unless they have a distance weapon they want to shoot at us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. However, they can shoot distance weapons back at you during those rounds also.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. The first couple of rounds will be distance weapons only.
Well, the first round is only going to be, siege weapons.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, anybody else?
I busy with wind, and I can shoot at least at 120 feet, not closer.
Okay.
That's mean till last round I can't use anything against them.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
That you have longbow that can shoot from 600 feet.
Yeah, the crew does, but I don't.
Yeah.
I've got
Uh,
hand crossbows. I am going to switch over to a bow, though.
As you wish, you're proficient with everything.
Yeah, but
Have,
right now it's not what I have on me. So
yep. You need to find a longbow because in open spaces, huge distance, it's some advantage.
mhm.
yeah,
Anyway.
I don't think I have the range with my bow.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your bow is range of 300 feet,
Oh,
which is 100 yards. So you'll be in range next round.
Yeah. Mhm.
all right. Male facet arrow standing by.
But you
Yeah.
also have the ballista, and maybe you can try that stinking cloud stuff we've got on them.
Stinking
load-
cloud stuff.
Yeah, we have ballista rounds that are set up to be stinking clouds, and if you hit one of these guys, it'll shatter and they'll be engulfed in a stinking cloud.
Let's see.
You might get one or two of them. Who knows?
Yeah.
Might shoot them around our ship or lead them a bit.
Well, these dragons are the most important.
That's what I was referring to.
Yeah. We talked about ships and it confused me.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's not my turn.
Whose turn is it?
Well, at this particular round, anybody who wants to shoot a ballista gets to do so. So
Yeah.
it would be
You, Drew, and then the crew.
it would be Bill, then Drew, then Constantine, then the crew.
Okay.
Well, I'm busy sailing
Yeah.
the ship.
You're running the ship, so Drew, if you wish to shoot a ballista, now's your chance.
Very well. Let's get on and use one of those stinking cloud ballistas
Okay.
that Bill had spoke of earlier. Aim for the one where I can get the most effect and lead them a bit,
Mhm.
so they'll fly into it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're shooting, like bird hunting.
Okay,
And I
give
roll
us-
it to hit roll.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, shit. Right. Strength
Dex.
or dexterity.
Dex.
All right, 18 with pluses.
Okay. Okay. Well, you fire your ballista bolt at this guy. He has withheld his action since he's out of range anyway. And when the ballista bolt comes at him, he hit it with a breath weapon. Rolled a natural 20. And then failed his save versus Stinking Cloud. So he will take no damage from the ballista hit. But he's just dropped out of the sky, choking and gagging and vomiting.
That's one down.
Not down, but delayed. That's already good.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's trying to catch his breath in the ocean. Well, puking.
Mhm.
Breathe deep. Breathe deep.
Yeah.
other half dragons will avoid the cloud. And Constantine, do you wish to fire a ballista at them this round?
Why not? I don't know what it. It will be just regular bolt, but
Mhm.
17. I don't know what two others pluses.
Your dex.
Your dex.
Oh, that it will be 20, not natural.
Okay. That will hit. Roll for damage.
What damage for ballista?
8d6.
Oh, 8d6. It's good.
Uh-huh.
Oh, 7, 12, 17, 21, 26, and the last 32 points of damage.
Okay, you have just done him 32 points of damage.
It's look like I just make him more annoyed.
Okay. The crewmen have fired the other ballista, 2 of which hit. One of them is the same guy that Constantine just hit. So he will take an additional 18 points of damage. And the other one will take 22 points of damage. And I gotta look up something real quick. That's pretty close to. There, max. Okay. No, that one fellow is not dead, but he ain't got very many hit points left.
Which book can I find the stats?
Monster Manual, page 180.
180. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that would end this round. Next round, you will be within longbow range. So, Roman.
Yeah. Well, can I also shoot the ballista?
You can do one or the other, but not both.
Yeah, only one ballista. Let's see, what do we have for shooting? Yeah, it's 15 before pluses, plus 5, 20.
Okay. And this the same guy that you aimed at before, or a different one?
Yeah, preferably the wounded one.
Okay. Roll for damage.
86, 3, 6, 12, 15, 17, 21, 24.
Okay, he's dead now.
Hooray! One less
Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh,
to worry about.
mm-hmm. The half dragons are withholding their action once again because they're still out of range, but they are going to do evasive flying.
Oh.
You will now have to, anybody shooting at them from now on must do so with disadvantage. So, next would be Bill. You're still steering the ship. So, Drew, either longbow range or another ballista shot, whichever you prefer.
Hmm. How many of those stinking cloud ballista do we have left?
I'm not real sure. I figured you guys kept track of that.
Bill would probably know, but oh, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Hello. Can you
How
hear
many
me?
of those stinking
Now
cloud
here.
All right.
Uh.
Hey, I'm going to, when it's my turn, I'm going to give the order, deploy the fog cloud.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Somebody's at my door.
Okay, you're deploying a fog cloud around your ship.
Make smoke.
Okay. Well then, since you have a fog cloud up, we will be, well, at disadvantage, and so will they on their hits. So, Drew, do you wish to take a shot at them at disadvantage?
Again, how many stinking cloud ballista do we have left?
We
Bill.
have used, we bought 8, and we've used 2, we've got 3 left.
Now we might need those. Shit. Let's fire a regular ballista at the closest one.
Okay.
Rolling at disadvantage. Oh, I got a 1 and a 12. Fuck.
Okay, add your pluses to the 1. And that ain't going to hit diddly.
Nope.
Okay. And Constantine.
Ballista. In any case, I not have bow, and only next time.
Okay. Well, you will be firing the ballista at disadvantage.
Well, of course. Mm, 12 smallest. Plus 3 my 15. I don't know. Does it hit?
No.
That's me. No.
No, they have a very good armor class.
I just don't know.
Right.
Next round, I will just lightning bolt. I don't care about armor class.
Right. Okay.
That is what it is. Lightning bolt don't care about armor class.
Yeah. All right. Well, your your ballista crews will fire off the rest of the ballista and not hit anything. And that would end this round. Next round, you have no visible targets because, well, the fog cloud is obscuring incoming. You can try a shot
there will
at
be.
them where they used, or where you think they are, but, or you can wait one more round and they'll be in melee range. So, do you wish to take a blind shot? Roman, you get to go first.
Well, again, I have a wand of magic missiles.
Oh, it's have.
Yeah, it kinda self-guiding
Stuff.
missiles.
Right.
I'm not sure if they will reach.
Just a sec, I'll tell you what the range on magic missile is. And,
Yeah, I also take a look.
120 feet.
Yeah, 120 feet.
So,
Will it reach these guys?
yeah, it would reach this round.
At least one of them, the closest
At
one.
least one of them, yeah.
Okay, then just launch self-guiding missiles and see what the damage is. Right.
Okay, 1d4 plus 1 for each missile.
Mm-hmm.
So, and so 3d4 plus 3 will be your.
Yeah. 3 plus, again, 3 plus 4. Oh, nice shots. So it's 6 plus 4, 10 plus 3, 13.
13, okay. And Bill, do you wish to take an action or give an order or any of that?
Not really. We're in the channel. I have to keep it in the channel.
Yeah, okay. And Drew, do you wish to take a shot at them at disadvantage?
Sure, I'll use my bow and just fire one of my regular arrows.
Okay.
All right, got a 15 and a 10. Huh.
Okay, you get to use the 10 and add your
Yep.
pluses.
It's not going to be enough to get past their armor class.
Okay.
It'd be +4. That's all I got.
And Constantine.
I do have an order.
Okay.
Archers, disperse yourselves in the rigging. Prepare for sniper.
Okay.
Roger.
And then your archers will head up into the rigging. Okay. And Constantine, do you wish to take an action?
Yes,
Okay.
I want to cast lightning on it, and he need to fight against my DC. Is what now? Because previously it was against 16.
Mhm.
I'll take 8d6 lightning damage.
Okay.
Very bad. Only 27 hit points.
Okay. Well, even worse. The guy rolled a natural 20 on his save, so he takes half damage.
14.
Okay.
But in any case, I at least make some damage.
Yeah. And the ballistic crews will fire and not hit anything. And since we are sailing and our fog cloud is remaining stationary, we will sail out of it. And when you get to clear visibility, you will find out that the half dragons used their action to turn around and fly away and have gotten out of range by the time you guys get some visibility.
That's
So
fine with me.
I'm
They
breathing a sigh of
literally
relief.
They really could, burn us to the waterline.
yeah.
And we will be lighter, and that means that move a little bit up and they burn it again.
All right. Well, you've made it into the channels. You'll sail for,
Glenn,
yeah.
now that we have seen this, our destination is going to change to the capital island.
Okay, you're going to head to the capital, not the South Island.
Right. We need to
Okay.
report this.
And it's bigger chance that in Capital Island will be teleportation circle, and I want to hide my money in Feywild.
Okay. Well then, you'll get there a few hours sooner than you would have with the southern island, but it's still going to be like about an hour or so before sundown when you finally reach the capital island. And patrol boats will stop you before you get to the island itself. As a matter of fact, when you're about 45 minutes sailing time out, you'll run into the first bunch of them. And they are patrols made up of long boats, shallow draft. They're patrolling around the channels and in the shallow parts of the reef, both. And when you get a little further in, you'll be stopped by a ketch who's also on patrol duty in the channel. Both of them will clear you and send you on in. And when you get to the island itself, There are 42 warships and of all different sizes, and another 28 freighters and cargo hauling ships at the capital island. And they will greet you and tell your captain, that's you, Bill, to report to the palace. So,
All group, we can't split. Okay.
well, they're not specific if you take the whole group or if they just want Bill, so it's up to you guys. But so okay, Bill, you with us?
We lost him.
Oh well.
Again, just when I have time, I want to go to teleport with half of my money and teleport to Lake
All right.
City in Feywild.
You can't teleport there.
Uh-huh.
It's in another dimension.
Glenn, he
Uh-huh.
wants to go to the floating isles.
Yeah.
But I heard everything you guys were talking about, but for some reason this afternoon I keep losing my sound. So
Right.
two of us need to go to the palace, and the other two need to remain with the ship.
Okay.
So whoever wants to come with me, Constantine, it sounds like you've got some business out on town. Do you want to come with me? We'll take
Okay.
care of your business after the palace. And who knows? There might be somebody there who knows where the shit that you're looking for is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we're staying on the ship, keeping watch.
Mm-hmm.
Try not break ship again, please.
Well, at
And
least
do not
we
run
have
away
men.
without us.
Damn, they found us out.
Okay. Okay. Well then, those are Bill and Constantine. You're going to the palace,
Yep.
and you're in a relatively safe harbor, so nothing's going to happen at the ship. When you get to the palace, you'll be directed to the the Queen's half brother, who is currently handling the Navy part of things. So you're basically talking to, you've been told that martial law has been declared, and all pirate ships that are allied with them are hereby ordered to help with the defense. So Bill, the Admiral will ask you a few questions about your ship, its capacities, your crew, that sort of thing. He doesn't seem to be all that interested in any of your treasure or any of
Good.
where you've been, other than they will ask you if you've seen any of the fleet of Tiamat.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We saw sails on the horizon, lots of them, and avoided them about a day and a half out.
Right.
At the entryway to the reefs, it was under blockade.
Right.
We sank a sloop, and they had squads of half dragons out there as well.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, are we going to get hit? We already are being hit.
At the moment, we are blockaded. They have not attempted to attack any of the islands, but their spies say that the bulk of their forces are attacking the continent of Harvest. And they have taken control of at least 5 different ports there and landed, tens of thousands of troops at each port, and are now busy laying waste to the continent and conquering the kingdoms that remain there.
Funny you should mention that. Here is a report from the envoy to this Sultan's kingdom that she wishes to have sent as a letter onto her king or sultan or whatever he is.
Prince, actually.
Prince, okay. I promised to deliver the letter. I never said anything about not reading it.
Right. Well,
so first-hand account of somebody who escaped the Harvest Isle or the Harvest Continent. Right here for you.
He's glad to see this. He promises to have a courier pass it on after they've read it. Beyond that, you're told that, you're kind of stuck here at the moment.
Right. Well, our ship took damage while we were out, and we need new ballast. Because, we had to dump our treasure because, we had to dump our ballast because we have so much treasure.
Yeah, he tells you to repair your ships, and that we are we have received communication from one of the oracles that, all the oracles in the Pirate Isles all went into hiding about 3 months ago. Apparently one of them has sent us a letter with a proposed plan on what to do about this situation. So we are currently evacuating the civilian populations of the Isles and waiting for them to attempt to lay waste to the continent or to the pirate isles, according to the Oracle. We have 12 more days to get things ready. And they're going to want your ship with the fleet at that time. Until then, don't leave the capital island. Do your repairs and do any business you want.
I have a question. What is the bounty on their ships?
Well, no.
There's no bounty.
No bounty. They want you to know that also, according to the spies that they have out there, while they do take prisoners from other places, they do not take any prisoners from the pirate isles. So this isn't about bounties. This is about staying alive.
Okay. We still have option to leave a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see how it's going.
Yep. Anyway, this would be a good place to fold up for the day, by the way.
Okay.
And next Saturday, the 24th, I'm not available. So next time we would game would be the 31st. So, so that's 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
Any business you want to get done or that sort of thing, you can think about it for a couple of weeks and then we can handle it next time we get together. Oh, and Bill, at least a certain percentage of your crew, now that you've paid them off and they're back, are going to want to take their money and become civilians or buy their own ship, was what they were originally planning on. But so we'll get to roll and see how many of your crew decide to take their money and retire and how many stick with you. You could see about hiring some more, or recruiting some more, I should say, next time. But
Okay. Remember that we have to take care of repairs to the ship first before they're. So they're not going to get their full 50,000. Right. They're going to get maybe 49,750 or something like that after everybody pitches in to repair the ship. Because that's also part of distribution of spoils. The spoils come after operating expenses.
Right. Okay. Right.
So
Okay. Well,
whoever wants to stay can stay. Whoever doesn't will either have a full crew or not.
right. Okay.
And I doubt we'll be able to purchase a ship right now.
Probably not. But
They will try.
I was
And
going
then
to upgrade too.
I just think that in any case, we will try to find little bit smarter team that not will be so superstitious.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, the stupid ones all went swimming.
Yeah.
We also need to refit with new ballista bolts and buy extra special stuff.
Keeping in mind that every other captain in the port at the moment will be doing the same.
Right.
So, okay. Well, you guys all have a good weekend, and I will talk at you in 2 weeks.
Thank you. Talk to you. Thank you for
Thank
good
you
game.
very much. Yeah.
Have
Have a
fun.
nice-
Good game.
Yep.
Have a nice weekend, Bill. Talk to you. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See,
Bye-bye,
Bye
guys.
bye.
see y'all.
All right. And that is the end of D&D. But since it's the MGTOW channel, no marriage, no cohabitation, no new children. Emmy would tell you, don't bring your fucking girlfriends around here. Be good to each other, help a brother out. The golden age of MGTOW is ahead of us, and MGTOW is for normal men. Peace out, and I will catch you on the road tomorrow because I have a job. Bye.